Let's take a look at the numbers. If we reduce all living things to carbon, we reduce them to 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, or 666. The number of man is 6. This number is even shown to be that of man in Taoism. The number of man's society is also 6. The number of the world and the demiurge is 6. 666, everywhere you look. In the book of Revelation, we find that 1/3 of the angels rebelled against God, and the remaining 2/3 remained with God and eventually became man. Now, let's take a look at the figures in the Satanic army. First of all, 2 divided by 3 is 0.666. 6 cubed, or 6 times 6 times 6, is 216. 144,000 divided by 216 gets you 6666666 ad infinitum. Divide 144,000 by 666, and you get 216.216.216 ad infinitum. The numbers seem to all add up, right? That's because the number 216, 6 cubed, is the number of the oracle, the stone that sits in the Holy of Holies. The stone represents the eye of God. How many people have seen the movie Pi? By applause. There's a little bit of a method to that madness, basically saying you find that cube, 216, you find God. The number is 666. Isn't that against what the Bible teaches you? Yes. The grand eternal cycle, the full cycle of equinoxes, is divided into 13 baktuns of 394 years, or 144,000 days. Dispensationalists believe that we are in the last days of the great cycle or dispensation. The grand cycle will cap on December 21st, 2012. According to some scholars of the Mayan calendar, this will be a time where we will close the 5th incarnation of the world and enter into the 6th incarnation of the world. This is known by some as the galactic crossing. Now, before this happens, we must achieve a time of no time. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it will as I progress. It's a time of the falling away or the breaking apart of the old world and the initiation of the new world. Now, the cyclical representation of time is the Ouroboros. And Ouroboros is associated with the eclipse or the darkened sun. The black sun is also another name for Saturn, or the 6th planet, which is associated with Kronos. Kronos, of course, is associated with time. Now, is a true dispensation kind of the Christian version of a Saturn return? That's the question we have to ask. Is the 6th incarnation of the sun really the return of the good king, or Saturn? Saturn, of course, is Satan for some people. Now, the question is, if this happens, do we as human beings have to take on the responsibility of resynchronizing our time or our universe? That is where 2012 lies. It's going to be that kind of event.